Good evening again. Nibbler here, after quite a long absence. I haven't posted in a while because of pandemic concerns, mainly because my producer has been unavailable due to those pandemic concerns. But there's been some research into whiskey happening, and just recently I got a little interested in blended malts. Now, I'm not talking about blended Scotch, which is a completely different thing, like Johnny Walker and Chivas Regal and Dimple. They're all classified as blended Scotch, which means as well as having malt whisky, they have grain whisky. But a blended malt is one that's just got malt whisky, but from various distilleries. The one I've looked at today, I'm going to look at today, is from a company called Box, and it's called the Spaniard. Now, the malt whisky blend in here, half of the whiskies have been matured in ex-Spanish wine barrels, hence the name the Spaniard. It's a mixture of Highland and Speyside malt whiskies. I believe there's some Clynelish in here, some Daluane, and one that I've never heard of called Teaninich, spelt T-E-A-N-I-N-I-C-H. How the Scots would pronounce that, I've got no idea. The Spaniard, it's 43%. Aged in Spanish wine casks. Let's have a look at it. It's good to be back posting again. I hope you've enjoyed my videos, and I hope you're going to enjoy plenty more. So here we are, the Spaniard. It's a lovely gold and orange colour. So there's been quite a bit of colour drawn from the sherry barrels. Well, there are sherry notes, funny about that. There's also orange peel, some fresh malt, like Maltesers, if you've ever had Maltesers. And the ex-smoker in me would say there's probably a bit of tobacco aroma. Not burnt tobacco, fresh tobacco. Well, that's quite zingy. And just like the nose says, there's a lot of sherry. It's got a butteriness and oiliness to it which coats the mouth beautifully. And maybe raisin cookies or biscuits, whatever you call them. And it's quite spicy too, perhaps cinnamon, maybe a bit of cloves. And the finish is dry, drier oak noticeably, and it's just like you've finished a glass of red wine. It has that red wine finish and a good length. So the art of whiskey blending, as I've often said, it's very skillful art. And the blenders who put together these fine whiskies are to be praised. I've started ranking my whiskies out of 5. And I reckon this is a good solid 3, maybe 3.5 out of 5. Those who like sherry, rejoice. Those who are not so keen on sherry, you don't need to apply. I like it. It retails for about $85. Now, when you can buy a bottle of Lefroy 10-year-old for about the same amount of dollars, you wonder, oh, maybe it's not quite worth that, but it's nice to have something different. Sherry heads, let's rejoice. The Spaniard. Yeah, maybe more 3.5 rather than 3. Good stuff.